People are said to be unable to fire guns in space because the vacuum lacks oxygen, preventing the primer from igniting the propellant and thus the bullet from being fired. But is this true? The Comet Termination team tested the comet by seeking NASA's space mission. When denied, they built a vacuum chamber using bulletproof glass. Adam placed the handgun inside a vacuum chamber for remote electronic firing, and first conducted a control experiment to assess its damage to bulletproof glass. The bullet deeply lodged into the bulletproof glass. Then they evacuated the chamber's air to prepare for vacuum firing in a vacuum environment. Adam remotely activated the device, successfully firing the bullet. High-speed cameras captured significant muzzle flare when the gun discharged. Because gases from the nitrogen-filled casing disperse rapidly in a vacuum, guns operate normally, and upon inspection they found that. In a vacuum environment, bullets cause more damage to bulletproof glass as firing allows smoother exit. Once a bullet is fired, it travels smoothly in a vacuum, causing greater damage to the target. Therefore, guns can fire normally and increase bullet damage. It is said that pressing a bullet's base with a sharpened wooden stick and forcefully thrusting it can fire the bullet. This appears in Werewolf Battle, but is it possible? The responder conducted a test to verify the claim. Glenn experimented with live shotgun shells using a piece of wood. Typically, firing live shells requires a firing pin. When the firing pin strikes brass base, primer ignites propellant, expelling steel projectile under high temperature and pressure. He sharpened wooden stick with grinding wheel and carbonized it with flame. He pressed the cartridge-based primer with a branch tip, secured it with tape, completing setup. Meanwhile, Daipiao created a fake wolf using ballistic gel and fur. They arrived at an outdoor blasting field to test two things: whether a wooden stick can ignite a bullet, and if so, the damage to a wolf. Testing could proceed. Glenn jabbed the branch at the alpha wolf fiercely, but nothing happened. Despite multiple strong pushes, he couldn't ignite the live shell. He believes enemy forces need official backing to do so. Commander Dashuai found a Brazilian worm cast harder than brass. Could it replace the firing pin? Despite his strength, he struggled to thrust it at the alpha wolf. He couldn't ignite the live shell. Firing a bullet with a wooden stick was impractical. So, Commander inserted a nail into the stick and pressed it against the cartridge base. The bullet was successfully fired when the wooden stick touched the alpha wolf, igniting the live shell. However, inspection revealed the alpha wolf was unharmed. Without a gun barrel for directional guidance, a bullet's explosion energy spreads in all directions. Projectiles from live shells lose lethality, making this message false.